Hi, this is Carolyn, and I'm here with Erin and Rachel, and we're going to talk about what to bring to states. A number of teams have made it to states. We've been there numerous times. So let's start with Erin. What would you recommend that someone brings to states?
Okay. So I've captained a lot of teams that have gone to states, and these are kind of silly. You're going to laugh, but we live and play in a place that when we go to states, it's like the hottest. It's ridiculous.
Yes.
Like we have to really be careful about like heat and being affected by that. So one year I was so nervous about my team playing in the heat that I bought a whole bunch of those like fans that you can put water in and squirt yourself with,
Yes.
hoping to like keep people cool. And I think I was like, you need to put ice water in this and then like spritz it on yourself during your match.
I
and
like
then
that. I
like
like
a,
that.
and then I also brought those. There's cold packs where you like break them and then they can be like a cold pack. And I did that too because like if you put or like those cooling towels, I didn't give everybody a cooling towel, but if you put them on like your big muscles, it really helps like cool yourself down really quickly. But those are things that I gave to my team because I was worried about them, playing in
Smart.
the heat. So
Right. Yeah. How about you, Rachel?
As a captain who has gone to states multiple times, I would tell people to first of all bring their winning attitude to states.
for sure.
Try not to, and that's kind of a joke, but it's also kind of serious. Go to states knowing that you may not get to play in what you may think are the hard matches or the most important matches. Your captain just wants you to be available, to be healthy, and to have a good time. That's really the point of it. I mean, we all want to bring home the banner, but just bringing really a good attitude is is something that your captain will truly appreciate. Bring your captain a gift. Again, that is a complete joke. I'm totally
Rachel
kidding.
and Erin both captain a ton, so that's the reason.
Right.
Yeah.
I did.
I actually I love the fact that Erin brought up the fact that captains actually do often bring their teammates gifts because they have items in there that can help them, like the water fan and little bottles of Prosecco. We had a captain do that. She threw in, she actually went so far as to text everyone's husbands to find out what they like to drink and put that in their gift. I thought that was so sweet. So we had a couple of girls who didn't drink alcohol, so she got them a Coke, and they appreciated that. So just little things like that. I think maybe we've talked about mustard packets, for the heat. And just, like I think she gave us a little tennis keychain, but that kind of thing really bonds your team, before you go on this really hot, usually
stressful weekend.
Stressful weekend that is also oddly really, really fun.
Yes,
I can't really explain it to people who haven't been, but it really is the most fun, stressful vacation that you can go on with your tennis friends.
That's a good way to put it.
Well, the first time I went, I didn't bring nice clothes, and then we went out to dinner. And everybody's dressed up, and I'm in my tennis clothes.
Yeah, that actually happened to me too, Carolyn. Same thing. I was running over to TJ Maxx to go try to find something to wear. I mean, So yeah, that's a very good point. And then obviously just water or anything that will hydrate you, because I mean, I don't know how it is everywhere else, but in the summertime when spring states are usually in the summer and it's usually on hard courts that are hotter than, I mean, just, I feel like you can add 10 degrees to the outside temperature at minimum.
Yeah.
And, that is what you guys talked about hydration on an earlier podcast. It's so important. It is so important, and especially in stressful situations where you're wanting to bring home the win. I mean, again, like we've all said, it's mom tennis, but it's fun. It's important to us. It's a championship, we're competitive. So I play competitive tennis. So those are some of the things I would say. A lot of these sites are at parks or places that may not have seating.
Yes.
That's
bringing
a
chair, throwing a couple of chairs in the back of your car is not a bad idea.
Yes.
For those players who are not playing in the match.
Yeah. And I actually had a teammate who played singles a lot for me when I captained, and she was so smart to bring a chair. I think I remember watching her have a match, and she brought a chair and she could sit down at every changeover. And
she took it out on the court with her.
Yes.
Oh,
So
that's
smart.
smart.
I was like, I never
That's
even
very
thought about
smart.
that. Yeah. But I think her opponent hadn't. So she was like sitting down on the ground on a towel or something. But I was like, ooh, that was very smart because it
Yeah.
was, yeah, you have to sit, sometimes between, and there's not always benches depending on where you are.
No.
Rachel, I remember playing a match with you at States, and we were somewhere where there was no benches, there was no water. I'm not even sure they had scorecards, but I was so hot and so tired. And when we changed places at the changeover, I sat down just on the tennis courts, and I remember getting up and seeing like my butt print there, and it's like the
Yeah.
sweat. And it stayed there for like a really long time,
Yes.
like multiple
Yes.
changeovers. And I did not care. I was just so hot.
I
But
remember that day.
yeah.
I think I chugged you talked about chugging a Coke. I chugged a Coke that day,
It was
and I
that
never
hot.
do that. It was so miserably hot.
That's
Yeah.
funny. Carolyn, I'm assuming you bring the Carolyn cooler with you to all
Yeah.
states.
All
Got to
states,
bring a
I'm bringing
cooler.
that cool towel that I can
Yeah.
use multiple, bottles of water, Coke, that if you see me drinking again, I'm in trouble. And then, one thing I thought about was that, you're not always playing in the matches. So you'll be watching the matches. And as Rachel mentioned, a lot of places don't have seating, but they don't have, you just are standing there watching a court. And some people bring an umbrella, and that umbrella makes the biggest difference. And I didn't
Yeah.
have it the first year I went to States. And so I remember like kind of scrunching under someone else's umbrella because it's so hot.
Yeah.
There's no shade. And even if you're not playing, you don't want to be baking in the sun for a long time. So maybe the
Yeah, that's
umbrella
a
too.
great one.
Yeah, usually if people are going to their state tournaments, they're probably drivable. Like if it's not like going to nationals where you're probably flying to
Right.
it. But yeah, so just throw all that stuff in your car. We were at States one time, and this lady drove in from like, an hour or two away, and she forgot her tennis shoes. And I
Oh.
remember her asking one of our teammates, like she threw her flip-flops on, like going out the door, and then didn't have, luckily somebody had a pair of shoes. She was really nice and had, asked around, and somebody gave her a pair of tennis shoes. But that's the kind of stuff I stress over that stuff when I get packed up for states, because, you are driving like several hours away, and you do need, like, just throw it all in your car when you think about what you need. Cause you could get caught out there for, you might have to run to TJ Maxx and get a pair of tennis
That's
shoes
right.
or something.
Another thing I thought about when Carolyn mentioned scorecards is scorecards. A lot of these
Flip.
courts typically do not have anything to keep score. So you either need chalk. I used to keep sidewalk chalk in my bag because my kids drew with it. So I threw a couple of pieces in there. And I've had, as a captain's gift, people give me a scorecard. And I have lost two because I leave them on the net and forget about them. But my most recent one, I do make a very huge effort to remember to put it in my bag because it is a wonderful thing to have.
Yeah.
And anytime you're at a public court that doesn't have.
We're talking about the flip,
the flip
score.
Like
what are they called?
portable little flip card.
Yeah. Fits on the net and
Yep. I've actually seen someone, this is a tip for that. I've seen someone, because, there's a black side and a white side, and it's like black background, white number, or white background. And, people see black and white different. Like if they go, what color do you want to be? Then they're like, is it the background color or the number color? But someone I saw actually decorated like one side that was always home. I thought
That's smart.
That was so cute.
Yeah,
she was like, okay, we're home. Like she brought her flip chart. It's like a score flip chart, right? And she had like decorated the home side, so there was no confusion about who was what side.
And we haven't said like the main things, which are like rackets, towels.
Yeah,
These are some of the extra stuff, your bag. But I would say an extra racket. And
yes.
Because
definitely.
I know as a 2.5, I only have my one racket from Target.
Yes.
So, like strings do break or something happens.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
That's exactly right.
And did you guys mention mustard or any of those like things? Like I know we talked about sodas and stuff.
Mentioned mustard, but what else do people bring besides mustard? Is it?
I mean, I'd say like the kind of crazy stuff that's in my bag, just general stuff like, ibuprofen,
yes.
Mustard packets, like we said.
I use those sports beans if I start feeling a little.
Beans. They have a little caffeine.
Do give some. It's a lot of sugar, but I think it's good to have something that can give you a pick me up on the court. If you're
quick one, maybe like a gummy or something
quick one.
like that.
Yeah,
yeah, that's good. That gives you an extra boost of energy. It could get you through, the next couple games. Yeah.
Yeah. like a
It's all great.
marathon 2.5 hour match and 95 degrees.
That's right.
That's right. Thanks to Rachel and Erin for discussing this. Please let us know if we are forgetting anything. Also, if you want to see an unedited version of us doing this podcast, you can check out our YouTube channel, which is Second Serve Podcasts. Thanks so much for listening and hope to see you on the court soon.